Hey guys, what's up? FB.INSPECTA, aka J-Swick. I hope everybody's doing decent today. So, once again, away from the desk, but it's whatever. Sorry about the late drop. Either way, what this one is outlining is blistered trucks. Now, it's been kind of a love-hate relationship with these. So, if you want to compare them to anything, they're more comparable to delis, but then you can also compare them to BRTs because they have their own unique pivot cup that you have to actually drop out from the bottom. Now, whether that's a benefit or not, because I don't see too many replacements unless it's directly from Blistered themselves. Another thing is trying to find wheels are a pain in the ass. So what we got on here right now, we're going to review this board later, some of the other stuff that's on here, but we have a safe border pyro wheel setup. And this is probably the fattest set of wheels that I can find out of my whole arsenal that I can actually put on here that are of this style. And what I mean by that is where the bearing is more sunken in to the wheel, closer to the center of the offset. Now, they're not as bad as some of the trucks that we're going to drop a review on for soon coming from Japan. Already had them, yada yada. But so what I mean by it's been a love-hate relationship is obviously the wheels is a pain in the ass when you're trying to find something that's not going to catch on them. I've been reviewing these since the Gutter Fingers review, so I've had a good long time to sit on this one. Um, I got another board that we're going to be dropping the review for next or following. I can't remember how I have it dated. Either way, um, with the overall like the board, it was a pretty mellow, pretty like it had some concave, but it was a fairly mellow board, and I did not enjoy it. I was not a fan. And I tried a couple of different trucks. First, I put some BRTs on it, and then maybe I was like, maybe it's just some that I'm not enjoying with these specifically on this. So I tried the cheapy trucks. Um, I did put the delis on it for a little bit, but then I put the blistereds on it with some wooden. I don't know if that's point 0.5 or a whole millimeter riser, and it changed the whole entire board feel to the point where I wasn't so negative feeling about the board in general because I know some people are going to like certain boards that I don't like. That's inherent, but I try to still find an aspect of each board that I do like, and the blistered trucks actually made me enjoy them. And we're gonna group back around to the pivot cup real quick. The pivot cup, it's still not broken down yet. It's still holding up throughout all of my bullshit, all the board swaps, everything. There's only one thing that I definitely could say that I'm not the biggest fan of is w- uh, stock. The screws could be a tad bit longer, but the kingpin screw almost seems too long. Now, I'm pretty sure they just dropped another style of their truck, and it's essentially the same thing, but it just has bigger bushings. Now, I can see where that could come into play. That's something that I'm going to play with on the next go. We are going to try to do blistered wheels. I don't know if I'm going to get a hold of a blistered board unless we do like a ducky blistered board, because I'd feel kind of right about that. I want to try duck decks, but a ducky G16 blistered board is a real thing, and those are out there. With that being a board possibility, that wouldn't be too bad of a try. I would like to get more fingerboard apparel, and they got a sick ass hoodie. I like the bubble graffiti, but also Pager One did their I can't remember the bike brand offhand. They do like PK Rippers and shit. S and E bikes or something like that. He kind of did a similar logo with the blistered shit, and it did come out pretty clean. But I'm kind of partial to the bubble letters, graffiti, whatever. I'm just kind of enjoy that. Um, Also want to try to get a little bit more color than black and white into my arsenal, even though I'm fucking that up right now. So overall conclusion is if you want a lower set of trucks, if you want to try something out that's not deli, because they're not, I would not compare them to dynamics. Dynamics are, I don't want to compare them closer to like A-frames, but that's where I'm leaning in my opinions there, is because that's a short fucking stack, even with the risers on there. So it is a very lower board. If you do want that just lower center of gravity and to change your fulcrum angle. And that, once again, that's probably something that helped play around with the board that I wasn't enjoying the most. Changing the fulcrum angle at which where it is and how the height of it will do wonders. So I definitely do believe that a truck can help make or break a board. So that's why I need to try this board specifically with some dynamics or some BRTs, because that's what Snyder says he prefers with them. Also, gonna make a comment on the whole Snyder monopoly that's kind of going on. Now, it is nice to have flat face, blistered, and ducky decks slash ducky grip all under one house. The main thing that I wrap my head around it, I fully understand it, but when it's flat face, blistered, joy coal, and Black River all on one wheel, that's where it becomes confusing to me, because it's like, are you guys using two of your formulas and putting it together, using one person's mold, using joycoil bearings, or I can't find the greatest write-up on that. So I think that's more of my nitpick, is trying to find certain things with certain write-ups is a little bit weird. And out of all, like, Mike Snyder's a fucking G through and through. But out of all of the fingerboard sales sites, the flat face is the least updated, and I don't know, because sometimes you'll get like, go look up decks, and then you go look up by brand, and then it's not there. But if you go look into just the barrage of decks that they have, you'll go find that brand. So that's one issue. And then something that is cool but is kind of, it's misleading at first, is that Blistered Trucks still has a website. Well, Blistered Boards, Blistered Wheels, however you want to call it. And then Ducky Deck also has their shit up, but it's mainly just more like a, a hardline memorial page. I don't know what you want to cast it as, because everything is sold over at Flatface. But as far as like him just overall scooping up all these brands, it's really nice to see somebody that does care about fingerboarding putting it all together, is probably the best way that I can put it. But that is my conclusion for Blistered decks and my overall feel. Had a good couple of months with them. I actually enjoy them, so they will be going on to another board after I slap some BRTs or the dynamics on it. Fuck me. Either way, I appreciate you guys. Y'all be safe. Adios, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.